Hey, what's up, my friends? It is Vasterz, aka G Saves, and I know some of you guys might be like, well, hold up, didn't you make a video like this already? Yes, I did. In a way, I made a really long video. It was over 30 minutes long, and a lot of you guys don't seem to like those videos that are super long for the guides, because you guys, some of you like the short guides, some of you guys like the long guides. So I'm kind of making this one into a short video, showing you guys how to get FLUX. That's what this video is about. I'm also going to include one new strategy that I did not include in that video, and I'm hoping that it will help you guys out. So let's do this. Let's get started. Alright, first off, make sure you're going into the right portal. So go to the red one. It has the most resources on it and stuff like that. You know, there's not things that are not on it. So just go to this one. It's, you know, you just require to be level 10 to go on it, as you can see. Just go on that one. Well, this is our first little one, and an easy way to actually get FLUX is simply do dungeons. You'll be getting XP, you'll be getting some items, you'll be getting a lot of cool stuff. Just do dungeons, you'll be leveling up your character and just getting a bunch of supplies. That's a major key role on how to get FLUX. And I'm going to show you guys what you got to do after you do and beat the dungeons. After you knock out that boss, you take his items. I'm going to show you guys what you do with them. Make sure after you defeat a boss, you also open the chest that he actually drops. The chest usually holds a bunch of items, and it's pretty cool. But yeah, what you want to do is you find a little house, little area, and it's all around the map. But I'll be right back until I find one. We have found one, and it's actually called a cornerstone. So this is what I like to call the house little area. Just click on claim. The little house will actually pop up. And then you want to go to the loot collector. If you do not have a loot collector, make one. I believe you can make it on the notice crafting bench, which is the first one you start out with. And there it is. All you require is just 10 shapestones ore to make it. So just make that. After you do that, you want to put the items that you got that you don't want, to use, just put them on the loot collector. So I'm gonna put all these little items and stuff like that we just got from the boss. Keep in mind, it does have to be like equipment and gear and stuff like that. Once you do this, you actually will get cosmetics as well as other supplies if the cosmetic wasn't unlocked for your character. You also get FLUX. As you can see, just from this little list, after defeating maybe, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 bosses or so, I can get 77 FLUX and actually a little bit more, because I actually have a little bit more right there. 95 FLUX. Now that's easy. So just do that, and there you go. We got a little bit of extra FLUX, which is really, really cool. Really easy to do. Let's go to our next step. Right here is a crate on the water, and you can actually find these all across the ocean. This one has FLUX, so you can just destroy it with your boat or with a weapon or whatever, and you get some FLUX, and then you can keep on going. You don't get that much FLUX, but it's alright, I guess, if you want to try something different. So yep. Now another way to actually get FLUX. This is a little bit tricky, and it's not always successful. Let's say if you battle a boss or whatever, and you end up getting an item that you don't want. Like, let's say these tentacle of Cthulhu. I don't want them. Let's say if I didn't want them, I didn't have no use for it at the moment, I can actually go to the trading chat and sell these for FLUX. I can actually say, okay, pay me this much, and then I'll give you this. If you require a price check for how much the item is worth, you can go on Google, type in the name of the item, and usually it comes up. But sometimes on websites, when you do that, they're not updated. The price is a little bit outdated. So you just want to go to the global chat or the trade chat and just ask them how much the item is worth. To enter the trade chat is actually quite simple. You go to settings, you go to social, and then you go to join trade chat. You want to make sure that's ticked. A different way is actually you can do /join trade. I believe that's how you do it. Then it will join the trade. Once you do that, you want to click on /, then you want to click on the number 3, then a space, and this will actually make you join into the trade chat. As you can see, the chat right now is being spammed. Well, not really. It's not really being spammed, but it's being messaged like crazy about for a lot of people. A lot of people want to sell stuff. A lot of people want to buy stuff. So keep watch of that, you know, and you can be one of those guys that says, hey, I want to sell this item for this much. And then you might get a dealer. You might get someone that wants to buy it. When someone wants to buy it, they will send you a private message, and then you get with them and you trade on the trading post, which you should know what that is by right now, hopefully. But yeah, you do a little trading with them. Make sure you're trading the right item for the right amount, and that's about it. That's a really simple way to get Flux, but it's pretty random because you're gonna have to require help of someone else, and that someone else might not be online. Maybe you want to sell the item I was talking about, maybe the Tentacle of Cthulhu, and nobody wants to buy it at this time. So you want to keep trying that, and sooner or later, hopefully, you'll be able to sell the item. So that's a different way to do it. But let's go to our next step. Alright, and for this method, it's probably going to require a lot of work. But if you manage to do this and the game decides to reward you, you will get a lot of Flux. And I'm going to show you guys right here in the chest. This little guy is worth about 5 to 6k, or was it 7k Flux. And it's doing this strategy, so stay watching. So what you want to do first off is you want to go to the Adventurous Crafting Bench. If you don't have this, make it. Then you want to make as many bombs as you can. I say that again, make as many bombs as you can. Make hundreds upon hundreds if you want to. The more bombs you get, the more work you'll be able to put into this to get more loot, more Flux, so on and so forth. But this one requires a lot of work. And what you're going to have to actually do is find ores. And you can just do this by looking at the map and just going every little location you can think of. And you'll find ores just on the floor, like over there, there's one right there, there's another one over there, and another one over there. It's not really that difficult, but you want to just use your bombs on those to make it quicker. Once you do this, just keep on going, and you'll be able to get a certain drop, an item, which is pretty cool. And I really like this method to make Flux, but it does require a lot of work, and it's not guaranteed. Maybe you do all this work and you don't get the item you want, and it's risky, but it does have a chance to get you a lot of stuff. And I was able to get a bunch of allies, like the one I showed you guys in the chest, and I actually used them and I actually unlocked them, and they're worth quite a lot of Flux. But you want to continue pretty much beating up the ores as much as you can until you get a Miner's Trove, which we actually did get one right there. A Miner's Trove is a little chest, and I recommend you get maybe around 10 to 30 of them and open them all up at the same time. Usually when I open up just one, I'm only going to get like ores or something like that. Like right now, watch. As you can see, I got an ore. Yes, there is a chance you will get a certain ally, and I'm going to tell you guys about that. There's an ally you can get from the Miner's Trove, which is called 𝐵𝓊𝓈𝒾𝓃𝓃𝓆𝓊𝒾𝓃𝓃𝓃, and it looks like this, and it gives you 50 mastery points, and it has 35 lasermancy. And what's so interesting about this little ally? Well, if you actually go to your little house again, so let's work our way back, and you actually deconstruct that little ally, you will get, I believe it was 2,500 glim. Yes, what does glim have anything to do with Flux? Well, you can actually put glim into a shop. This guy gives you a certain item, a certain little chest. You have a chance to get a nice little pet. I'm going to show you guys in a little bit. I know I'm going all over the place, but it's awesome and this works. So you want to go to the loot collector, drop that little ally if you do get it, the 𝐵𝓊𝓈. I usually get it in around 10 to 30 chests of those minor troves. I get the ally. Now you want to work your way towards the ocean. So we will be right back, and we're going to go all the way to the ocean. So I'll be right back, guys. And after a while, when you're on the ocean, you actually encounter these boats. These boats don't have any coordinates really. You really have no idea where they're at. You're going to have to explore the ocean. But this one right here is one of them. It's like that's what the flag with the sail looks like. It's kind of like a gray type of color. And this guy is not the guy that we're looking for. But this guy does sell a couple of mounts. He does sell the Pearl of Wisdom thing to upgrade your equipment and some other stuff like that. This is just a little taste, I guess you would say, to what we're actually trying to do. We're gonna try to find the other boat. It has like a red parrot on it, but this one is one of them, and you can actually buy stuff from him. He sells stuff for Flux and so on and so forth. But let's continue working. This might take a while, so I will be right back again. So I keep finding the same exact pirate ship, the one that we're not looking for at this time. And what happens if this happens to you if you can't find the red parrot pirate ship on the sale? What I recommend you do is simply go back to the hub and then go back to the little place you were at, the little portal. Go back to it. Sometimes it does reload a whole entire new map. If that does not work, you can simply go to a different U. This is a U1 right here, so you can go to a U2 or U3 in your club world if you have that. If you don't, just keep repeating this right here, and then you should be able to find a new map. So I believe this is a new map right here. So I'm gonna go search for some water again, and hopefully we find that pirate ship that we are looking for. So yeah, I'll be right back again. We have done it. We have found the red parrot pirate ship thing on that sale. So then you want to talk to this little guy. Dude, I've been looking for you for a while. And where were you at? You can look at me, dude. You don't have to. This guy's angry at me or something. But this guy sells a bunch of stuff for Glim. Like I said before, when you deconstruct that 𝐵𝓊𝓈𝒾𝓃𝓃𝓾 guy that you get from mining ores, and then when you do that, you might be able to get a minus trove, and then when you open the minus trove, you might be able to get the 𝐵𝓊𝓈𝒾𝓃𝓾 ally, and once you do that, when you deconstruct the 𝐵𝓊𝓈𝒾𝓃𝓾 ally, you get a bunch of Glim, and you can actually buy stuff from this guy. And once you buy stuff from this guy, you can go to the trading tab, and then you can sell stuff. And one of the major things that's actually really simple to do that I recommend, like this guy right now, he's selling a mount, but we're gonna look for allies. What you want to do is you want to go a little bit like distant, you know, just travel somewhere else, doesn't matter which direction. Just remember how to go back over there. Just go over to a different direction, then go all the way back. Once you do this, the shop should be reloaded and it should have different items in it. Let's see if it worked, and as you can see, a different mount. So let's keep doing that. So you don't need to find different pirate ships or anything like that. You can just do this, like what I'm doing right now. Just go really far from the pirate ship, then go all the way back. So you can do that. And what we're going to be looking for, like I said, is the allies. The allies are not actually that expensive. They're really cheap, and you have a chance to get one of those super rare allies that cost a lot of flux. Oh, excuse me, sir. You just knocked out my pirate ship guy. Do you understand how that makes me feel? How could you do this to me, homie? Is my pirate ship guy alive? Pirate ship guy, are you there? Is he? Oh, he's right here. He's in the ocean. How you doing, homie? All right, so let's see. There you go. This guy right now is selling the butterfly soul trap. And where did he go? He fell. Why did you fall, dude? I'm right here. Don't be afraid of me, okay? But these things are pretty much chests, and you can buy these for 300 Glim, and you can like highlight this little question mark, and it tells you what is the rare chance to get. This one actually can get you the Feisty Flame Dancer, which is the one I actually showed you guys, which is that little pet, the rare one, which costs about 5,000 to 7,000 flux. And let me actually buy two of these. Usually, I recommend you open those when you have at least 2,000 Glim, and you might have a chance to get the rare. Usually, it's not like right there. We just got some common ones. Like, yeah, we didn't really get anything rare, but you could sell these guys if you want to, or just unlock them. You get mastery points if you unlock them, if you don't have them unlocked. But if you do get the rare ally, just go to the trading tab and say, you know, you want to sell this certain pet for this much, so on and so forth. And if you want to skip a certain part, like the mining and all this stuff, because it does require a lot of work. This is not easy to do, and it's not always guarantee that you get something awesome. But if you do get something awesome, it is awesome, okay? Obviously. But let's say if you don't want to do the digging, you know, finding the ores and then opening the miners trove. If you don't want to do that, but you have a spare Glim, spare flux, spare random rare items on you, simply go to the trading tab and buy some 𝐵𝓊𝓈𝒾𝓃𝓃𝓾s. You can simply do that. 𝐵𝓊𝓈𝒾𝓃𝓃𝓾s are worth about, I believe it's 600 to 700 flux each. So at this current time, they're worth that much. So it's not too expensive. You know, you can do a couple boss runs, maybe, I don't know, 5 to 10, and you should be able to get enough to get it, the Dixie pet from some other player that's selling it. So that's a different way you can do it, and then you continue the order. You know, once you get the Dixie pet, then you deconstruct it, you go back to the boat, and you try to get that rare ally. And if you do get that rare ally, that's going to be really, really nice, because you can get a lot of stuff for it. But that's about it, guys. That's pretty much the main things I do to get Flux. Yes, there are possibly more ways to get Flux, but that right there pretty much covers the ways I get Flux, and the way I get a lot of Flux and manage to get a bunch of stuff and all that stuff. So that's pretty much how it works. Hopefully this helped you guys out. If it did, awesome. If it didn't, oh well. But I'm gonna see you guys later, God willing. My name is Vasterz, aka 𝐺𝑆aves, and I'm signing out. May Jesus be with you, and God bless you.